All right. Okay. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see it now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It is, as you all well know, it is the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. It is your boy Priest. I've got Sly in the background as well. Unfortunately, we've not still been able to sort out his camera, but soon, I promise soon, it will all be sorted out. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the action is about to kick off. This is brought to you, don't forget, it's brought to you by GG Arena. And yeah, they are the ones that have been bringing you guys all of this content. And I am super excited as well to be a part of this. And yeah, so Sly is also here as well. So he's going to take you guys right through match day 10. We are just coming off of match day 10. And it was an interesting match day on Monday. And now we are here to bring you match day 11 and 12. The action is already about to kick off. But let's take a quick run back as to how that went down. Sly.
Yeah, ready on cue. Thanks, Priest. Always a pleasure to be here. Just like Priest said, we're into match day 10 of the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. And now we've played 10 straight games. If you've missed out, I'm sorry. Just go back and watch the stream and enjoy yourselves. If you just joined, if this is your very first time here, just fasten your seatbelts because you're in for a roller coaster of a ride in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. If you just joined today, my name is Slimo. You're welcome to the Pro Clubs League for Nigeria, brought to you by GG Arena. Let's get into the match day 10 results. Amazing things that happen. You know what? Get clubbed. They are clapping everywhere now. The claps are so loud. Everybody can hear them now. There you can see first fixture winning 7-0 against Nova. Or what kindly struggling. Wow, 7-0. Game 2, we saw on Salid and Kerry's FC, two teams who didn't have the best of starts, but it was on Salid who pulled through narrowly. JP Goons went up against Agbado FC. Agbado FC were hurting no more, winning 6-1. Then we had Die Hard FC, GG Arena. GG Arena also slow start to the season, getting back on the right track, winning 4-1. Big Guns Phoenix VFC, the Guns are blazing, showed it now. 5-2. Nameless Chaos continue their excellent run of form, winning 7-0 against Afro Panda VFC. So we had 2-7-0 score lines in the match day. Well, that's crazy. And that's no surprise in the Nigeria Pro Class League. We see this a lot of times, and the skill gap clearly showing there. Toka FC still put on the press on effortless as they won by 4-0. But the team on the top of the table still remains unbeaten. 5-0 against Fan Quest. Wow, amazing fixtures we did see. The ones we saw on the main broadcast were very, very interesting. We got to see a glimpse of Get Club's game, and it was amazing to see how great that offense clicked. But into match day 11, yeah, into match day 11 and 12, I think this will be the biggest test for effortless, and we need to really, really lock in for this two games. It could really define who will be at the top of the table heading into match day 13 and could possibly even define champions, because there are some really, really key games, and I've heard rumblings about, effortless haven't played any tough games. Well, they're about to play some tough games now. And our first matchup, we'll see Toka FC against Phoenix VFC. Second game on match day 11, GG Arena will battle it out with Cade Esports, and there is that matchup, the tough matchup between fifth place Agbado FC and first place Effortless FC. Their first real test, according to some people, and then on Solid and Big Guns also lock on. Get Club will look to seek and do their business against Die Hard FC. Nameless Chaos and FanQuest Pro also do battle. We've got Nova, Aura, and Kerry's FC also in the mix. Finally, JP Goons and Afro Panda VFC. But it's match day 12, to be honest with you, that has eyes set on. It has everybody talking about it. It is a match day that has two massive games. KD Sports on Solid, great game to come. Toka FC Agbado, third place Toka FC, fifth place Agbado FC. So far, Toka FC, they've beaten everybody, but Get Club, where they dropped 2 points. Will they be able to beat more good teams in Agbado FC? We find out very shortly. FarQuest Pro, GG Arena, ready to do battle as well. Phoenix and Nameless Chaos. Yeah, sure. Phoenix and Nameless Chaos into more battle. Die Hard FC, Nova Aura. We've got JP Goons, Kerry's FC, Afro Panda, Big Guns, and the big game of the day. The biggest game of the day, which I surely want to hear Priest's thoughts about. Get Clubbed, Effortless. First place versus second place. Priest, do you have any predictions going into match day 2? Of course, I need to hear them. Who do you have your money on? Effortless or Get Clubbed?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, it's an interesting dynamic. Those two teams, like you said, first place, second place, is always mid-season, and it's one of those fixtures that everybody's going to have their eyes on to see who's going to, you know, like you said, it could be a big determining factor of who wins, you know, the NPCL this season. It's going to be very interesting to see how both of them. I'm not trying to, you know, give any team a little bit of an advantage over another team, but I would
try to play safe chat.
I would say that, you know, I'm not gonna stand on business on this one until, you know, maybe towards the end of the season. Then I'll now start dropping my hot takes, you know. But for now, I'm just gonna say that may the best team win. You know, may the best team win. But yeah, so right. I mean, speaking of the best teams, let's take a look at the table. What does the table say?
The table says a lot, to be honest with you, because it's only 2 points separating the two teams we were speaking about. Effortless and Get Club. Effortless have a plus 48 goal difference, and so does Get Club as well. In their last game, they won by 7-0 against Nova Aura, which has closed down the gap of the goal difference. So it makes this game a lot more interesting, a lot more juicy, and that's what we are here for. In third place will be Toka FC, who I'm sure will be watching the games very closely and seeing if they can pounce on those two up front. Nameless Chaos in fourth place after defeating Agbado FC a couple of days ago. Agbado heated battles today as they face Toka FC and Effortless in their two matches. Afro Panda VFC in sixth, Big Guns in seventh. I mean, from sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth, it's just looking juicy in there. So the mid-table battle, as I'll call it, is looking really interesting. DJ Arena on 13, on Solid on 12, FarQuest Pro coming with 9, with 4 wins to their name. FarQuest Pro has 3 wins. Kerry's FC on 2 wins. And Nova Aura, Die Hard FC, the last teams with 2 wins, who've got 6 points. And the only teams that have just got 1 registered win on the board, Phoenix VFC and JP Goons. That's how stuff are looking like in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, which I'm sure the players and the teams are getting ready for the showdown which has got everybody talking. A lot of eyes set on that first place matchup versus second place matchup, Effortless versus Get Club. Let me just key in my thoughts on this one. I've always said, and yeah, sure. Let me just key in on the biggest game of the day. Get Club cause Effortless FC. 2 great teams, but I just lean towards Get Club because I've seen them a lot more from season 1. But I'm hoping for a surprise. If Effortless can pull something out of the hat and really give them a run for their money, it will make for excitement. And you know what, Priest and I, we are here for the excitement. Let's get into some match day action. I'm hearing JP Goons and Afro Panda have already started doing battle. And it's already getting heated. I'm seeing a 5-goal thriller. It didn't take them too long to get down to business. 51 minutes gone. Afro Panda VFC look like they want to start the day very strongly. Remember that on Thursdays, we've got the bumper harvest for you. Double header for the match day fixtures. And Afro Panda who've been doing well of late. Newly created team 6th place. Coming up against JP Goons. They'll definitely be the heavy favorites in this one. And they're currently leading by 3 goals to 2 in this one. Afro Panda also very, very close to Agbado. They're just 3 points behind them. With the kind of difficult fixtures Agbado have got to play the league leaders effortless. They've also got to play third place Toka FC. So I'm foreseeing that they might just drop some points in there, and that is where Afro Panda will be looking closely to see if they can probably overtake them in the standings. The man for JP Goons building from the back slowly. Useful. In that midfield area, which looks jammed in the middle. Afro Panda doing it very well to keep that middle compact and safe. And that one will be ruled out for offside. Switching of play in pro clubs has always been a very interesting dynamic for me because the midfield can be left so wide open that there's no need to switch play, but it can also be so compact that you've got to switch play, and it's just so tough to have everybody on the wavelength when you want to be able to switch play. Maps gets the crossing, great chance for them, great tackle as well. The defense scrambling at the back, and a last ditch tackle to keep that 3-2 lead intact. This could be more. Wow. JP Goons are knocking on that door, and they are knocking on the door vehemently. That's what you'd expect from a team rooted at the bottom of the table and looking to get some points on the board. But they might be pivot to the counter now. Look at the bodies in front. Over the top two ball. He's got the space, Johnny. Well, seems like he's slowed down a bit and he's allowed the defense to get into shape. Trying to get more support and just a poorly executed counter. Chris, I think right there was the chance for them to double their lead and a missed opportunity for Afro Panda.
Yeah, it was a big missed opportunity there. I think Johnny should have taken it one time. He didn't have the support. He had to cut back, but that was just too unfortunate for him because the lack of support. There were just two of them up front, and the defense was closing in. But I think he should have taken it one time since there was no support. Just hit the ball straight up. You never know. Maybe something might spill out. And the second attacker might just get a tap in. You never know. It's always good to take just those kind of chances when the risks are not too high.
Definitely, you've got to take risk. And actually, 25, you want to win games. Oh, what a save from Peters. I remember on Monday we saw heroic stuff from goalkeepers. Will we see another match day for goalkeepers in this one? Just offside that time around. But the execution from Afro Panda on the corner was just beautiful to watch. And you've got to watch them closely, Afro Panda. Closing in on the win. They're about 15 minutes away from bagging those 3 points. Those 3 points to put them in prime position to secure 5th place. As Agbado will be taking on league leaders effortless very soon. So, for JP Goons, possibly to cross an actually about to cross. And the goalkeeper will come out early. That's one way to defend against those crosses. But they'll still be liable to these counters. Can they execute now? Well, it's just getting frustrating at this point. Open, that's another save. It's a penalty situation I'm seeing. Because Niza has been awarded a yellow card. Yes, it is. They have a chance to double the lead. For the question, from 12 yards, Afro Panda secure 3 points, scores. And that might just be that. They've got the 4th goal of the day. And you know what? Just commiserations to JP Goons. They definitely put on a very good account of themselves, but it's careless tackles like that can just lose you the games. And with pro leagues action, pro clubs action, it's the margins for me, the margin for error. It's got to be very tiny. What doing now?
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. What a pass that was. And what a finish. Yeah. It reminds me of Van Persie, Netherlands.
Yes, I was about to get to that. Exactly.
That was beautiful. Beautiful stuff from Afro Panda. That was a beautiful pass. So the pass was 10 out of 10. The finish was 10 out of 10. That was brilliant stuff. Sly. It's amazing, the skill level that these players have, in the NPCL is always going to be very interesting to see, players of this caliber play at this level, at this stage, pulling off moves like that. It is always a joy to watch.
The audacity to even pull off the header is just crazy because I actually thought he was going to knock it down and play with his feet, but just head it over the goalkeeper like that. It is just amazing to watch. And kudos to Afro Panda. They've definitely turned the game on its head. Looks like they are going in for the sit. Lucky. The pass it to Lua.
They found their rhythm. What a goal. They have found their rhythm. Fisayo on the ball once again. Absolutely breathtaking switch of play there. The pressure, the transition was inch perfect. I think they're breaking down JP Goons very nicely. They're just breaking them down. You can see the way they're doing it in clean, uncut fashion. Afro Panda they've learned from last week's games. They've improved on how they transition into play and it's already starting to play off.
That goal, that goal that they just gave away with the penalty, I just feel like it killed their spirit a bit. They were in such a beautiful groove, defending extremely well. But one goal can just turn things around. And look at the good it has done for Afro Panda, but it's also really, really derailed the spirits of the JP Goons boys, and they just look lost at this point as they were almost about to concede the 7th goal in this one. But Afro Panda taking the chances as and when they come, as they get 6 past JP Goons and secure their first 3 points of the day. Congratulations to them, as well as the referee. I think will close this one purely now. Afro Panda, emphatic victory, 6-2 against JP Goons. In pro clubs action, when things are not going your way, like the way JP Goons are struggling, it's always difficult to come back because it's not 1v1 where you can only cite yourself and then play better. This time, the captain has to speak to 6, 7 players, 11 players at a point. So it always makes for a very interesting dynamic in the sense that will they be able to bounce back? Will they be able to get back into the form that we know they can play at? But hey, it's the Nigerian Pro Clubs League and competition is at its highest level. I think we are tuning into the biggest game of, I think, Matchday 11 is that Agbado versus FLS. I'm seeing Agbado versus FLS
right.
FC, that matchup. Exactly, that matchup. We're looking forward to the Matchday 11 is upon us now. Agbado will have a chance to possibly take some points off the league leaders at this point. And FLS already leading by a goal, already stating the reason why they are up in that table. Judas on the 10. This could be the second one for them. Tries the dribble pass. But the defense reading that one very, very well. And the ball will go outside for a goal kick. Matchday 11 and a Matchday 12 definitely has title testing credentials in it, because these 2 games that FLS are playing today, Agbado and Get Club, I think it's going to either convince people or disappoint people. I'm all here for all of the excitement that it brings, but so far it seems like they're convincing a lot of people. Here come the league leaders. They give it away cheaply as M4 play a through ball, and the defense is there again. Goalkeeper, put that at the back a little. The league leaders look like they are comfortable, not panicking, but they just can't hold on to it. As somebody will come and get with Tata. Bruno in the way to just get that interception crucial. I always see defending from the attack is always so crucial. And if you can get your attackers to buy into what you do defensively and defend from the front, you'd always have a great chance. Bruno, that's some crisp passing from FLS, and they're looking to open things up. And with the 10, looking for more bodies to get into play. Jonas on the 10. Oh, what a finish! These guys definitely deserve the top spot. And they look like they want to run away with the points now. 2-0, just 20 minutes into the game. But this was patience at the highest level. Immediately they started off the attack, I thought to myself, there are too many bodies in there, you've got to recycle. And recycle they did. They did it in wonderful fashion. And getting it to the open man. Judas with an excellent 10 to get the second one to go. You see another Lofter passing. The league leader is definitely dealing with every threat that Agbado poses so far. Bruno again on the 10. Can he link up with the winger going there? But the defense will come back and deal with that. very feisty game as expected from Agbado, who just haven't been able to settle on offense. I think on defense, they haven't been bad at all, even though they're down by 2. On defense, they've done extremely well holding the champions to just 2 goals so far, because they felt like going into this game against a team that scores goals like this, as the goalkeeper almost fumbled the ball and possibly gifted a goal, but they'll lose it cheaply again. Pressing working out for the men in red, and then just can't capitalize off of that, and then maybe punish here with Eskilo over the top and go to get them a lifeline back. And look at Lord with the game saving tackle, keep it the clean sheet intact. It's players like these, I just admire the team. They want to put the shift in as Lord coming back aggressively and just winning the ball back for effortless. I like the fight though from Agbado, not settling at all. Agbado are also a team that scores loads of goals, and coming up against one of the best defenses in the league, I'm expecting them to create more and more chances, because usually great offenses trump great defense. Teacher, Bruno's been everywhere in that midfield. Like everywhere the ball is, I'm seeing Bruno there. As soon as Ogeti again, the goal scorer, looking to add to Estali. The heel to open up space down the byline. Defense is there once again. Like I said, Agbado FC haven't defended badly at all. But usually, great offense trumps great defense, and that's what we are just seeing right now. Effortless. Their offense just looks effortless, as their team suggested. Dino again on the wing. They'll get a crossing off the post. Wow. So quick. Just zipped in that cross. Got the whole defense sleeping. And the header coming in. Just coming off the post. Effortless FC. Wanting to make this one 3 before halftime. That's the spirit of teams that are at the top of the table and have desires to be crowned champion. As the ref will blow the whistle for the first half. Priest, we're expecting this match to be a tough encounter and a big test for effortless FC. Do you think Agbado are testing them enough?
Yeah, I think Agbado are still trying to find their footing, but effortless, like the name implies, they've been doing this a long time. You can tell by the transition. It's been very, very effortless for them. So I'm expecting a lot more. Honestly, I was expecting a lot more from them, and they need that real special something. They need something that is out of the box. To take the national effortless. But like you said, they're playing the number 1 team on the league, so they have to be very quick to adapt to how effortless play, because they are always effortless are always playing from so many different positions. They're always playing from either the left or right. Bruno is just cooking in the midfield, and you can already tell that they already have a plan, they have a strategy that they follow through, and Bruno is very key to that strategy. So you just have to look out for maybe if Agbado FC can find a chink in their armor.
Exactly, finding that chink. I know it's not easy, I said, but it's possible. It's very possible. We are looking for a team that Agbado might be able to just get at least a glimmer of hope going into the second half. For Agbado, it's all about just creating a lot more on offensive end. I think on defense, even though they consider to lose, I have been impressed. They've been able to repel a lot of the danger and the threats that the league leaders have posed so far, but it's not going to be enough to take points off of them. You've got to be great on offense as well. And the likes of Toka FC and Get Club are hoping that Agbado can nick something off of them. You're currently tuned into the Nigerian Pro Class League, brought to you by GG Arena and Effortless Crip Sports Network, where the champions are made, where the best of pro clubs teams in Nigeria battle it out. Remember, for a prize pool of 3 million naira. So we head into that second half where everything is going down. Effortless. Every single time they go down the byline, they look dangerous. And they are patient with it. Agbado have got to be very careful. You can defend extremely well, but if you keep too much pressure on the defense, it will eventually open up. And against a team like Effortless, you can't give them too many chances. Eskido, to the middle. Oh,
What?
that was the chance right there. Everything looked like it was going in favor of Agbado with the chance. Eskido just right to that defense, shockingly as well. I was bad defending from the leaders. I saw it. These guys leave no stones unturned. Wow. In the last 2 minutes, we've seen Agbado go from, okay, we could get one back to now, looking like it's going to be an impossible job now. What a crazy 2 minutes this one has been. And I'm sure they'll be kicking themselves in the party chat right now. Eskido with a huge chance on the other end. Goalkeeper even moved to the wrong direction. It looked like he had the whole goal to aim at and just couldn't convert. And on the other end,
Oh,
these guys just issue. Oh my word.
that is
Oh my
training.
word.
That is training ground work at its finest. Absolutely devastating stuff, from FLS. They're just tearing through them at this point. I don't even think Agbado FC can score anymore. When it was 2-0, it was looking very possible, but I don't see that happening anymore. I think, FLS just have the defense locked in. They have everybody playing their positions very perfectly. I don't think anything is out of proportion for FLS right now. They are on fire, and I'm really, really looking forward to the other matches that tend to shift the leaderboard table back and forth. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing. But FLS are just absolutely insane when it comes to playing off these transitions, moving the ball from side to side, from wing to wing. Look at that now. They switch over to the right wing, and it's as effortless as it is. You just have to love it.
Yeah, exactly. You just can't help yourself but fall in love with the way they play. The whole of the game, they've made like one mistake on defense where Eskido was able to pull it through and then get a chance, or Eskido there again. But look at them. Like Priest said, even if they make a mistake, someone comes there to recover. That's how good these guys are. And I think it's set up so well against Get Club. I can't wait for that fixture to begin. If you just joined us, we are into the double header Thursday. Well, we've got two match days for you, match day 11 and match day 12, and a much anticipated fixture between Effortless and Get Club will surely be coming right on. Do not go anywhere. If you are still enjoying all of this action, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, my friend, what are you waiting for? Kindly do so. Kindly hit the like button. This is the home of where all of the best pro clubs action is. And you surely enjoy what we've got for you. Effortless again on the attack. These guys sending multiple bodies in front by us with a great chance to take it away from the defender. They're just toying with the opponents now. Step right to space. Defender is there. Agbado FC defended so well for 60 minutes. Well, that is why a football, it's a 90-minute game. And you've got to keep focus the whole of the way. And coming up against the champions, the focus has to be 1,000%. About 12
Definitely.
minutes to go. Definitely, about 12 minutes to go in what has been. If someone asks me to describe this game, to be honest with you, Priest, I can't call it one-sided because I think Agbado put up a fight. But that's why I call it the game of margins. It just took a few mistakes from Agbado, and now it's looking like an impossible lead for them to even cut into.
Yeah, you're right. I think they got a little complacent there. They got comfortable and they paid the price immediately. FLS, they don't play around. When you give them an inch, they will definitely take a mile, and it shows in how creative they are with playing. Offensive football is very offensive from them. They don't necessarily like to defend. They like to put you on the back foot early, quickly. They don't like to give any opportunities or chances for you to think about your next plays, your next move, what you're going to do, in trying to keep them off the ball. They are very, 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 very adaptive, and I love watching them. There's a reason they are first place, and this is showing you why. I would love to see how they fare, against Get Club. There's going to be one to watch out for. I think that's an offside. It is an offside, and again, you see, that is how they move. They just move the ball out of your possession effortlessly, and I just love watching it, and it's always interesting, to see teams play at this caliber. But again, Agbado FC, this one is just a little bit too far-fetched for them. I think like you said, it's all about margins. This FLS were just a little bit out of reach for them in this particular game. They got complacent, and they got punished immediately. So yeah, it is part of. I respect the fact that they still kept it up. They still kept pushing, trying to look for breaks. But this one was just a little out of reach for them. Just look at that, man. Come on now. It's just out of reach, bro. It's just out of reach, man.
It's looking like it's too much to handle. As a league leaders will end up finishing this game 5-0. I just wanted to hint on their left-handed side of the defense with Damayo, Italian Mafia, and on the wing, it was Edinho, I think. The way they work in unison is just beautiful to watch. The left back knows that he's got to overlap at times, but the way Edinho comes back to help Damayo at a point, we saw Italian Mafia put in the shift when the offensive players went up front. They just know how to play extremely well, and they definitely deserve that victory. They've got the 3 points in the bag. The game you guys said was going to test the league leaders, well, it did test them at a point, but it couldn't take points off them. They finished that one, 3 points in the bag, and I'm sure everybody in the chat is probably waiting for that game between Effortless and Get Club Cause, which I'm sure the players are getting ready to handle. But a reminder that there are other games going on. Toka FC are also in action today. They also have a big game against Agbado FC. Agbado will definitely not be having it easy today. We're speaking about how dangerous that fit spot they are in is, because the likes of Afro Panda just closing in on them, and they've always got to be careful. They've always got to be watching over their shoulders with how Afro Panda are playing. Remember, Afro Panda's already won their first game 6-2 today. So Agbado FC, the games against Effortless, which they just lost, and they also be taking on Toka FC, it's not really looking good for them. Against Toka FC, they need to pull up a superb performance to possibly keep their spot at fifth place, because at this point, Afro Panda is just breathing down their necks. And what I just described there is what the Nigerian Pro Clubs League is all about. You cannot rest on your laurels. You cannot relax for one bit. Just look how the league leaders are performing. They know the likes of Get Club and Toka are watching closely, are trying to take that top spot off them. So they are putting in the shift, and they'll need to do that against Get Club as well. So no resting for anybody who wants to be champion, for anybody who wants to finish in the top four. They definitely know what is at stake, and Effortless are putting in the work. Nameless Chaos also have to be very careful. The likes of Afro Panda and Agbado are also lurking around. That's expected. Nigerian Pro Clubs League, always top level stuff. I wanted to get into the team of the week from last week's matches, from last Monday's matches, because I saw some incredible games go down, which I'm sure a lot of these players have a big case for getting into team of the week, because I quite remember Get Club Cause beating Nova Aura 7-0. We also saw another big score and Afro Panda winning 7-0. So it might be dominated by those two teams' players, but the team of the week should definitely be interesting. I'm waiting for a chance to pull that up so we can have a look at it as well. But that's how the league table is looking like. JP Goons, currently JP Goons, Phoenix, and Die Hard FC in the bottom three positions, just struggling to get some points on board. But if you just joined us, another quick reminder that the Pro Clubs community has always given me something to enjoy. Because every single time I come and watch Pro Clubs games, or I have the opportunity to cast over Pro Clubs games, I'm always amazed with the standard of which they play at. Because, of course, 1v1 action is just one guy. But Pro Clubs 11v11, it's always difficult to get everybody in unison like we just saw Effortless do. But these guys play so well. When one player needs to be individualistic and put out brilliance, he can't do that. We've seen key players in the likes of Effortless team. We saw Bruno in that midfield just dominate. You don't need to see him on the ball the whole of the time to pull out skill moves or do a lot of stuff, but he just plays his role so well. And the Effortless team, I saw Italian Mafia also plays role well. Damayo was excellent. Pino, you could just shout out so many people that has put in the shift to make that team just great. It's just how the whole of the Nigerian Pro Clubs League is structured. And we'll get into another game. JP Guns and Kerry's FC, that matchup for match day 12. We did see JP Guns in action earlier against Afro Panda, where they did lose 6-2. So they're looking, hopefully they can bounce back in this game. Kerry's FC are also in the mix at the middle of the table to also battle this one out. Kerry's FC currently sits at 12th place with just 2 wins
my
and
God.
7 points. And then I just missed that. Oh, come on.
Oh,
was-
wow.
I was
What
having-
a screamer.
I was having a peek at the table and it looks like I missed the screamer. Exactly.
Oh, that
The
was a
Nigerian Pro Clubs League
screamer.
definitely
was a
punishing me. Crazy stuff to start this game. Kerry's FC making their statement known early with a screamer from Priestars. Hopefully, we're able to catch that on the highlight reel. Oh, great save, Ali, and goal. JP Guns on the verge of equalizing. The goalkeeper making sure that did not happen. They get a corner though with Moyes turning in the area. The defense staying compact and getting the ball back. It's what you expect from a tight game like this one. Two teams needing the points on board. And it's Kerry's FC who've drawn first. Black Boy again. Fluffy. Or trying to get her back to Black Boy. Great, should I say, great chemistry between those two. They're trying to work it out between themselves. But the defense able to figure that one out and get it back. Telepathy among attackers in pro clubs action. It's always so crazy. Oh, wow, that through ball looked amazing. And the timing they almost got that spot on, but it was worth trying, to be honest with you. It looked so good on the eye. Well, the linesman said that run just came a bit too early. Maps. JP Guns building something now. Getting more guys into action. Souls. Look how patient they can be. But the defense also patient with them and reading where that pass will go to. That's excellent defending from them. Kerry's FC making sure their lines at the back stay compact and stay drilled. Maps again. Josh looking to return it into Maps. But Kerry's FC at the back so far, they've been very, very good to watch. I like how they have been anticipating the way JP Guns want to play. We just saw that 1-2 type of connection between those two attackers. But you always have to have defenders who are smart, who can predict where the ball will go to next. And it seems like Kerry's FC have that caliber of defenders in their ranks. Effort from distance again. Priest, it seems like after Kerry's FC scored that screamer, they are looking to try more.
Yeah, they're looking to try so much more. Although the first goal was much farther out than that one, but it still falls into the same category. And I think they're just having a hard time getting into the box. I think they're getting stopped out just trying to find a way inside of the box, but spoke too soon. Again, that's actually been their number one problem. Getting to the box. Their passes always fall into the offside position. The four strikers always getting caught out in the offside trap again and again and again. But they got tired of doing that and opted for screamers and outside the box shots, and the first one worked through, and I think they would most likely do that a couple of more times again just to see if it's going to yield something fruitful for them. But so far, Currys have seen the lead. They're sitting quite nicely, but they're getting a little bit too comfortable right now. JP Guns cannot be slept on. This is a team that's coming from a loss. I think this is one of those games that can build you mentally, coming off a very huge loss. Coming off a loss into the next game, taking some damage right off the bat is not ideal, but this is one of those games that builds you mentally. How do you move forward? Okay, we've conceded. What is the strategy? What do we do next? We just came off a loss. Are we about to take a back-to-back loss? Or do we settle for a draw? Do we stop these guys from at least, getting an attack? If JP Guns can score, I think they would settle for a draw right now. I think they would settle for a draw just to take points off Currys FC.
That's exactly what I was also thinking. If they get a draw out of this one, get a point, build momentum into next week's fixture, then I think it will do them a whole lot of good, because at this point, they'll take anything. They'll take anything they can get. A point, I think, would be okay for them as they look to attack again. It's just these key areas in which they are lacking in. Playing that final ball seems to always be the problem for them. They do score goals, but in this game, they've just not been clinical enough. Crossfield coming in!
We saw it coming. I told you it was coming. JP Goose, I told you they wouldn't let this one slide. They would not let this one slide. Curries were getting too complacent. They were getting too relaxed. They were playing around a little bit too much there. JP Goons cannot be slept on. Now that you've scored first half, now I think they might even want to take a win. Although, they do be lacking when it comes to defense. So they can easily get caught out there in the defense. And again, that's one of the reasons why, I don't trust their attacks.
It's a great pass. Well, just as when Sid was saying that JP Goons struggled defensively, almost committed an error right there. And in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, you can't commit too many errors. You'll surely be punished. JP Goons look like they're on a roll. Marks trying to effort from distance, well blocked. They'll get it again though. Second shot at it. Marks again, they pass just offside. But I like the momentum with which the team currently at the bottom of the table is playing with a lot of vigor, a lot of confidence. And it just look like they may be able to get something out of this one. Still level pegging with a minute to go before the halftime whistle goes. Niza. Possibly the final chance for JP Goons before we get into halftime. That pass, surely not the best. And they could be liable to a counter now. Open space for Fluffy. Great defense from Souls. Stepping in aggressively and winning the ball back. And I think that will do that for what has been a very, very entertaining first half. It's a first half I really, really did enjoy. JP Goons not sleeping and not really accepting that they'll lose this game after going a goal down. They've been pushing and pushing hard, and they've been rewarded for all their efforts with that huge goal to get them back in the game. Currently on level pegging, perfectly poised for an excellent incoming second half, and it should definitely be very, very fun to watch. For this game, I think with the momentum that JP Goons is playing with, I feel like they've just got to keep carrying on with it. If they let it down for a bit and go back into their shells, which we know they can't do because in a lot of their games, if they score a goal, they usually go back into their shells, try to play safe and possibly secure a 1-0 win, which usually doesn't happen in pro clubs. If they do that again, they could be punished heavily against Kerry's FC. We just got a glimpse of the league leaders against the champions. It's like they're in the lobby setting things up. Everybody just getting ready for the big game today. That big game which will be coming live on your screens very, very shortly. But we still got live broadcast of the JP Goons versus Kerry's FC game. If you just tuned in, Kerry's FC did get the first goal early on in the first half. But in the final 15 minutes, JP Goons just flipped the switch and just kept on the afterburners, really attacking so well and getting themselves back into the game. The big question now is, will the momentum keep on into the second half? Sage. Over the top, Kerry's FC playing so well, plays a back. It's just like these guys, all they know how to do is try to score screamers. I feel like we might see another screamer before this game ends. Kono coming looking to execute something crazy. And look how packed that middle area and the 18-yard boxes, trying to prevent this one from going in. Couldn't find anybody in a white shirt, but we'll get him back. Kerry's FC. Rex. Playing it slowly, getting more guys into shape. Ahmad. The pass to Sage again from distance. I need to see the match statistics after this. How many shots have Kerry's FC taken from outside the box? So many of them, and they are confident that another one will go in. Maps again for JP Goons with all the momentum. Could they make it count? Souls, Cross will come in. Ali recognizes the danger and comes in and claims extremely well. Hitting about That 60th minute mark. Always a dangerous mark to play in the game. KFC wasting no more time there. Getting the cross to go down. And getting their lead back. JP Goons settled for a bit. And KFC right back where they started. Up by 2-1. Almost there with sealing the points. I've got word that big game is about to start. And this one was just a nice should I say a preset to that game. Even though this one has its own drama written all over it. JP Goons almost getting the equalizer. This game for sure has a lot more drama left in it. I just can feel like there's another goal in there for JP Goons with the way these guys are attacking. And here they come with a throwing deep into opposition half. Ex-prof. JP Goons look like they're playing a 4-2-3-1 system, but immediately they get onto the offensive end and deep into KFC's half. They always have somebody who comes back.
Wow. What a goal that was. What a goal that was.
This is individual brilliance at its finest. Immediately, the pass got into it. He went for the unorthodox fake shot into the finish. How many times do we see the normal fake shots now? The simple X and O or the box and X, like, it's so outdated now, but it coming to work for the JP Goons attacker was just brilliant to watch. So great. Perfectly poised. 20 minutes ago, KFC and again tries to get more guys into action with that one ruled out for offside, but this game is nowhere near done. You feel like there's more drama to it, useful. Two teams struggling in the league and putting out a really great show on the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. Is all what the league is about. I always say this when I'm making promotional videos or when I'm talking about the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. Even when you think games are meaningless or you feel like games wouldn't be interesting, they always have a nice subplot, a nice dramatic feel to it, and you kind of feel like this one is giving us that same thing as well. Look at them come again. Effortless. Carries. Sage. It seems like my mind and my mouth is already switching to the big game already, but hey, we've got about 15 minutes to go. Any updates from the big game, Priest?
No, they haven't kicked off just yet. They're still in the locker rooms getting ready for the match. But yeah, that's what we're gonna tune into, relatively very shortly. So we're all getting excited for that one as well. But the players are in the locker room right now. They're getting ready. They're getting active. We might just see something from Black Boy here. Oh, that's a nice touch, but the goalkeeper was right on time. Peters forced into a run just directly in front of Black Boy. That was brilliant defending from JP Goons. You have to respect that one. They are not trying to concede another goal.
The goalkeeper showing us why they call him the last line of defense. Really great save to send them on the attack. You saw this a huge goal.
Now here we go.
From defense to offense. Can they hold on now? Can they hold on now? We've got to find a way to hold on now. You know what, please? Let me put you on the spot. Every single time JP Goons is leading and they get into their shell, in their defensive shape, they always concede. Do you think that will be the case today? Do you feel like they should get into their shell and protect this lead with 7 minutes to go?
I told you in the first half, if they scored in that first half, that they would be fine with a draw. If they scored early, if they had scored earlier in the second half, to block out the one goal lead that they were conceding to Curry's FC in the first half. And I said that if they scored in that first half, they might now decide to settle for a draw or go for a win, depending on when they score. And they scored shortly after I said that. And I said, oh, okay, then now they're going to go for a win. Now, surely they will want to win, because I said games like this build you mentally, JP Goons coming off a major loss not too long ago. This is just minutes ago, coming off a major loss and, still maintaining maximum composure coming into this game to steal a win from Corries FC. I mean, dropping points from Corries FC is a big move for them now, especially coming off a loss. So I don't think they're going to defend. I think they would want to score again. That seals everything. And just like you said earlier, the best defense is a strong offense.
Exactly. They've got 2 minutes to possibly hold on to it. JP Goons are minutes away from securing their second win of the season. Will it be this one? And look at them. Take time off the clock. Love they are minutes away. It's been a tiring one for them. But it seems like they will do it. Get out of the field. And that is that. What an epic game. JP Goons turned it around. This is what the league is all about. Great games from start to finish. JP Goons getting back and overturning this game. What a game this one was. We're calling Effortless versus Get Club possibly the best game of the day, even though we haven't seen it. But I think this one is a strong contender so far, Priest.
Yes, for sure. I would call it a very, very strong contender, honestly, because what a game that we just witnessed. And again, we were having so many mixed emotions, from the teams, from the players. We saw how much this meant to JP Goons. Like I said, back-to-back loss is never nice. It is a morale destroyer, and they didn't want their morale to, go into the toilet. So I got to respect, JP Goons, especially for a team that's sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard. I mean, you have to respect the fact that they hustled, they struggled, and they kept it up, stealing points away, from the guys from Corries FC. Respect. You got to respect it still.
Massive respect from me as well to the guys from JP Goons. Had to dig deep for that one. And they bounced back with a big win, 3-2 over Corries FC, which will take them to 6 points now. 2 wins. They'll go above Phoenix VSC. Great win for them, and I just hope it builds momentum into what could be an excellent Monday for them. Effortless versus Get Club cause still not started. They are keeping us nervous. They are keeping the tensions really high. And I think I was expecting this from the players. In such a big game like this, you expect that sometimes the nerves can get to the players, and maybe that's what's causing all of the delay. But you know what? We are cool. We'll wait for the biggest game of the day. It's worth waiting for. Effortless versus Get Club is surely one worth waiting for. But here's some updates on how the games did go today. We saw earlier Afro Panda in action against JP Goons. Beat them by 6 goals to 2. But JP Goons said, hey, that is not going to be our story of the day. And like that, just like we just saw, with a huge comeback victory, winning 3-2 against Corries FC. We also saw the league leaders in their first matchup of the day in that game, highly anticipated against Agbado FC. Well, it wasn't difficult for them at all. We thought it was going to be a bigger test. They ended up beating them by 5 goals to 0. They will now overtake Get Club cause when it comes to the goal difference. That is what league leaders do. But Get Club have a chance to take points of them in that big game coming up soon. The Nigerian Pro Class League. All of the action going down on the GG Arena YouTube channel. You don't want to miss it. Kindly hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for post notification, and we will get all of the action very soon. It's been an amazing time so far today. I'm hoping that our last game will be able to crown of what a great streamer has been today. Every game that has been on the featured broadcast, I think, has had a lot of drama to it. Maybe only that Afro Panda game possibly didn't have any drama because they weren't so easy. JP Goons were really putting up a fight. But even for the F11s, Agbado game where Effortless won 5-0. At a point, it felt like Agbado had a chance in the game, but hey, league leaders always give you a chance to feel like you could beat them, but they always run away with it. So every single game was interesting, and I'm just hoping that the final game will live up to the hype. It seems like the guys are getting ready. Now I'm hearing that Toka FC is also in action. For the guys from Toka FC, it's all about securing all of their 6 points today. Win as many games as you can today to give yourself a shot at knocking those two of the top because remember they are level on points with Get Club, so anything could happen from there as well. So for Toka FC, it's all about doing your part of the deed and then just hoping that the rest of the teams will be dropping points, which I think should definitely happen today as they'll be playing each other. We'll switch up on to I think we'll have a game between big guns in action, big guns today. We haven't been able to get them on the featured stream as they put on the press. They're down by a goal to nil. Big guns definitely a shell of themselves from last season. Big guns taking on Afro Panda as that first half will come to an end. Afro Panda looking to make it 2 out of 2. Afro Panda having that bad for themselves too. I mean, first time coming into the league and performing this well. Kudos to them as well. They take on Big Guns as they'll be leading by a goal to nil at halftime. As expected, Afro Panda definitely giving them a run for their money. Big Guns, if you've been on this stream for the past few days or for the past few streams, I've always got something nice to say about Big Guns, but I'm running out of them to be honest with you. I feel like they've dipped in quality. This is not the side we saw from season one. Maybe I'm being too judgmental after just 12 games, but remember that the league can come and go thick and fast that they wouldn't even know what hits them. So they have to start clicking, getting back into gear really, really quickly, or it could be all over. That dream of possibly lifting the Nigerian Pro Clubs League will all be over because the gap at the top and for the teams rooted at the middle, it's getting bigger, and they've always got to find a way to get back into the game and always find themselves in competing positions. Because at this point, I don't feel like they're competing for the top spots. Down to Afro Panda VFC, always key to put up a good fight. Well, the second half does begin. Pablo, and that's just poor. That pass coming from Pablo depicts their whole season. They've been inconsistent. I don't think they've been as clinical as they were. Or we might see a big run from them like we did see season one. Well, this is something like that. Because in season one, to be honest, they came from nowhere. It felt like Get Club are going to run away with it, but they just came from nowhere and they made a big statement by pushing them all the way. So maybe we might see another huge run from them. But it's got to come sooner than later. We are already into match day 12. They've got to be careful. On the other hand, we've got to give credit to Afro Panda. First time in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. You'd expect that it will take them time to settle, but I think they've done very, very well for themselves. Bablo for Big Guns now. Don't press. Gets the cross in. Maybe this is the equalizer. Oh, my word. The same of the day we've just seen. Stretching every muscle in that one. And just coming off the post. Big Guns just inches away from getting the equalizer. And look at them. Put on the press. This is purely now. That's just a wall in front of the goal. Big block from the defenders putting everything on the line to keep the lead intact. Afro Panda fighting for their lives out there and still holding on to the lead. They've got to find a way to get a second because Big Guns, when the offense start clicking, we know how delicate they can be. Over the top, and the defense will sort things out. It's clicking together now for Big Guns. You kind of feel like a goal from them might come anytime soon, but we've also learned our lessons from other games. We saw Alba also put on the press against FLSFC and they were heavily punished. So you've got to make good use of the chances when they do come. That shot for Big Guns. Big switch of play onto the left side for Fash. That's some beautiful stuff from them. Look at them go. This could be the moment. Oh, that's quick passing from defense to offense. Lightning quick. Wow, Big Guns sticking into the groove and making sure they are ahead. One on the scoreline now is perfectly poised. What a move that was. They just played it out so well. That's just total football from. I think that will be ruled out for offside. The big game is finally here. First place versus second place. First place, effortless, haven't dropped a single point. It is 11 wins out of 11 wins. They go up against last year's champions, last year's dominant champions. Who would win? If you're in the chat right now, let me know who you think has got this one. Get club course in their red and black kit. And effortless MC. I think is it a bluish kit out there? Yeah, it's a bluish kit out there. Get club looking to mark their territory early, but for effortless, it's always laying down the marker on defense and making sure that they step it up when they need to. And Dino, I did praise him in that game against Ivan Messi. I think he was excellent on the defensive end, and he'll need to be excellent here today. Because I've said time and time again, this is possibly the best attacking set in Get Club. Look away. Martins. Getting into the groove now, Frank in the midfield. He's always bossing things now, but it's always going to be a tough task coming up against the likes of Bruno and Co. And therefore, the captain on the ball now. Let's one up into the air. AJC will come and claim. You see, the scoreline stays and
Okay. I think we may have experienced a little bit of technical difficulties from Sly's end. But yeah, the action continues here, ladies and gentlemen. It is Team 1 versus Team 2 on the leaderboards. FLS FC going up against Get Clapped Cars. And Get Clapped will need this win. They need this win if they are trying to change things. Judas playing off the right wing. And the cross is good. Almost inch perfect. Virus has an opportunity, but Victor is there in the back line to clear that off immediately. Chibueze now. Sweeter Frank playing off inside. What's a beautiful cross. Over to the wing. Switched it all the way to the left-hand side. Beautiful pass. Fola now with the ball. Holds on into a little bit of a trench corner inside. As he gives the ball back to Okoye, and they will settle back inside of the midfield to find another place to break in from. Imagi on the ball. Sweet pass to Frank. Frank gives it to Khalid. But he will be stopped dead in his tracks and forced out of that attack. Martins now switches it over again to Okoye. Okoye switches it all the way back to the right side now to Ugochukwu. And Ugochukwu has the opportunity to cross the ball in. Oh, that's a beautiful feint! And a good cross. But the defense was already there. And Lord will send that ball all the way back to Jay. This is going to be a bone-to-bone type of game here. The first goal will be a very, very, very serious barrier breaker. Lord, pass again to R99. Virus now. Up through to Judas. Judas again. Has a fine, solid position, but Victor will strip him of the ball immediately. Fola's in control again. Tries to give the ball to Khalid. Is successful. Khalid back to Frank. Frank back to Fola again. And Fola might decide to take a shot, but no, he's going to pass to Khalid, but he's dispossessed by Lord. The defending is absolutely top-notch. They try to break away from that middle part of the midfield. Yeah, trying to hold off again. Bruno, he was excellent earlier today for FLS FC. Now they will be trying, but they have been on the back foot past the 30 minutes. Oh, that's a good pass. That's a solid pass. But Judas again forced out of position and forced out of possession. Frank now will lead the counter. Pass again to Chibueze. Chibueze is playing deep. Forces the ball to the right-hand side. Guchuku back to Imagi. And Imagi will try to find an opening. We'll give the ball back to Guchuku again. The right wing might be the right corner. Guchuku has been very, very, very dangerous on that right wing. He has forced a couple of errors from the left back of FLS FC. But what a pass to Virus. But yeah, we already knew that was going to be offside. There is no way dude was cooking like that. And Frank will do his best to pass the ball through again. 1-2 was good, but dispossessed. Adino will drop the ball back to Damayo. Chibueze steals it away, but Bruno will steal it all the way back. Judas now. Will he betray the ops? Adino with the ball again. Switch of play to the right-hand side. But Okoye is there to cut that out immediately. Frank tries to pass the ball through, but unfortunately will be stopped in his tracks. Okoye will resume the match with a throw. Rufai down to Khalid. Khalid back to Rufai again. Fola right in front of him, but he will not make that pass. Instead, drops it to Chibueze. Chibueze tries to play from the right-hand side. Imaji, quick feet. Nadifola has the opportunity again. He might decide to play this inside of the box. Tries to find someone just by the edge of the box there. We'll pass to Chibueze. They are trying to break inside from the edge of the box. You can see what Get Clapped are trying to achieve here. You can see their strategy in real time. They're not trying to utilize the wings too much. But as I expected, this is a bone-to-bone type of match. No goal scored. Plenty of potential opportunities all over the place, but no goal scored just yet. It is 0-0. Get Clappers versus FLS FC. Number 1 on the leaderboard against number 2. Again, there's so many ways this game could go. It is still early. It is still a big move. You know, one team has to pull something out of their backside. One team has to pull something special if they are trying to win this one. But I would be impressed if it's a stalemate, but with goals. Stalemate with goals is better than eyeglass, guys. I always respect stalemates with goals. Better than eyeglass, you know. Okay, guys, so Sly is having a little bit of technical difficulties there. Hopefully he joins us very soon, but for now you guys are gonna have to manage me. I'm sorry, guys. I don't do it like Sly, but Sly is cooking like that. I think we've got Sly back on. Sly, are you in the mix? Well, looks like he's not in the mix just yet. I think we're having some technicals going down from the stream. I'm not certain. Hopefully this will be resolved. Okay, I think we're back on. Damaya will hold possession and give it to Adino again. The game has been updated. Adino try to play from that left-hand side, but there was not enough space. Again, you have to respect, you know, the defensive line being held by Get Clap, because there will be a little bit of a back and forth. Bruno leads the attack, leads the surge forward. That was quite a distasteful pass. But somehow, it will maintain possession. Yeah. All right. All right. Looks like Sly is back. Sly is back in the cut, guys.
Yeah, the internet gods wanted to prevent me from catching this big game.
Oh, and what a time to be back! What a time to be back! And the goal just came on as Sly came into the mix. I think you guys know. So I think, the guys from Get Claps should be paying Sly some ties right now, because I'm feeling he had something to do with that goal coming in.
I'm going to text Adefola right now. I brought them the goal. The champions by a goal to nil on effortless. Wow. Well executed corner, getting the header over the keeper. And look at them now, playing with confidence. Could this be the goal that will set them apart? Could this be the goal that could see them possibly the league leaders? Imagine. On the wing, and look at Amayo and Italian Mafia. I've always admired that from them. That's a brilliant goal. Oh, that's the kind of quality you have in midfield and what he can do. The last corner resulted in a goal. Will it be the same result again? Corner routine coming in, and the defense is panicking. A corner will come in, Italian Mafia will deal with it. Effortless FC. Putting on a strong defensive performance now, and the defense has got to show things at the back. In a tight game like this, it's not surprising that the goal came from a set piece, because he can always catch defenses off guard. Get club cause up by a goal to nil with barely 30 minutes to go. It's really, really nicely set up. Two boys in the midfield. Over the top, finding that two ball. Rufai is available. Get club, stringing stuff together. That's again. That's another full again. The quality is going on midfield is just absurd. We've seen back-to-back possessions, so Adefola has been able to split through that defense with great passes. Look at the goalkeeper there as well. It's happening all over. It's right in this game. What anticipated as the best game so far. We'll go Chuku again. On the 10th, he's showing himself a second to go in. How? How did that not go in? Get Cloud putting the press on, and Effortless on the other hand, trying to catch him on the counter as well. It's the reason why they are champions. Rufai again. The attackers are just going up from every single chance they get. Ugo Chuku that time, Damayo stops him in his tracks. We've got 20 minutes to go. Ugo Chuku again. Great pass into Khalid. Get club unrelenting now. Against a great team like Effortless, you'd think that after scoring one goal, they'd be content. But you know how great Effortless attack can be. They want to seal the deal with the second. Rufai crossing Damayo again. He's been everywhere at the back for them. Him and the Italian Mafia have just been stumbling blocks in that defense. And kudos to them for keeping that team afloat. Imagine. Get class, getting into the groove again. Immediately that ball gets to the wings. I want you guys to keep an eye on the two attackers who make their runs into the box. It's always well timed. Then kudos to Get Club. They have the attack just moving seamlessly right now. They take it to the midfield as well. And therefore like there to play that defense splitting pass. And therefore feels like Kevin De Bruyne or Bruno Fernandes at this point. So possibly Pogba in his prime years. He could even do last year's Palmer in the mix as well. He's just been stringing everything together for Get Club. But Bruno in the midfield for Effortless can also do that. Look at him go. He's been another brilliant pass. Jay, could this be the moment for Effortless to get the equalizer? Back post cross comes in. Martins will deal with it. Okoye clears it up. Bleacher not gone in, so they'll be able to break on the counter. 10 minutes to go. Get Clark Corners with police up front. He's into Khalid. Could this be the moment for the second? Goes down the byline. To back into French, you know.
Oh, wow. What a defense.
What a sequence.
What a defensive line that Effortless still have, even though they just got caught off on a breakaway. That is absolutely beautiful stuff. I have to respect the defending because they got caught, on the counter attack, and I really had no idea what they were going to do there. But the sequence from Get Clap was amazing as well. But the defense, you got to respect it still. Most teams would have conceded right there.
Italian Mafia, Damayo, everybody at the back doing their jobs. It's now time for the offensive players to repay that trust that they have in that defense. Could this be the moment? 5 minutes to go. Cross will come in, but salute to the Get Club defense at this point. They've got everything, every single ball that Effortless have had, they've repelled. They lose away deeply though. Could this be the
Oh my word. Oh, defense is insane. Effortless's defense is what is keeping them afloat right now. It is the defense, it is just the defense. Ugo Chuku has been breaking, but they can't stop this one. They just can't stop this one. And that is a wrap for sure. Get clapping cheeks all night long. I love to see it. They didn't take their foot off the gas at all. They put the pressure on non-stop. Effortless couldn't just breach these guys, man. They were defending, man. Effortless was defending. They were defending. They were caught defending. That is what they were doing. They were not attacking. They were just defending. Take a look at this again from the left-hand side. Beautiful cross. Another header. Defending. Sly.
AGC in the post. The goalkeeper has been amazing. But like I said, great offense, always find a way out. Get Club calls, great chance after chance after chance. And they'll do this heavily. They will get the victory. They will attack. Signed, sealed, delivered. They're champions. Look at start all over. They're making a huge statement. Beating the league leaders. And possibly booking their spot at the top of the table. It's moving that what an epic game this one was. Surely a game for the ages. The scoreline didn't turn out to possibly be as close as we'd expected, but every single minute of it was drama, and I just love that I was able to witness all of the last minute action. It's what the Nigerian Pro Clubs League is all about. Now, please let me put you in the top spot here. This game and the game we just witnessed between JP Guns and Kerry, which one did you enjoy the most?
Nah, I enjoyed the JP Goons game a little bit more, just a little bit more because of the backstory, because of the drama, that was involved in it. And honestly, for me, that was just, more appealing to the underdog demographic, that they are playing towards. So yeah, that was more it for me. That game was more it. What was more my speed. It was way more my speed. But I did enjoy, how the teams were able to, find their way around each other. But JP Goose just didn't let the pressure get to them. They kept on pushing, they kept on holding down. I mean, like I said, for a team that's at the bottom of the leaderboard, they still stepped up, take some points away. That could even, it could even prove treacherous for Curry's FC. In the future, that's loss that they've taken, this particular game that they've lost, you never know, it can lead to something else for them. So yeah, but it was a good game overall. It was for me, it was the most entertaining game tonight. 3-2 finish, back-to-back football, coming from behind twice. I mean, hardly ever happened. So yeah.
Exactly. It just gave us everything. Match day 11 and match day 12. Nigerian Pro Class League, take a bow. If you've been watching, we salute you. And if you're not here yet, and for those guys that are watching, kindly share the stream. Kindly share the link so others can join in the fun as well. Don't be greedy and enjoy this fun alone, because this was excellent. From start to finish, we've had a wonderful, wonderful day, and we definitely saved possibly the best for last. What the day has been. Match day 11, match day 12. I can't wait for the highlights to get compiled, and let me just enjoy this greatness of pro clubs action. But I think it's been a wonderful day so far. Please, are there some games that we can't cover till we possibly end the stream, or are they done with the games?
Yeah, we covered we've covered every single match that's been available for us today. I didn't miss a single match today. This is the best I've done, since yeah. So yeah, we covered every single match today, man. Yeah, we covered every single match. We covered Phoenix, Toka FC. No, okay, no, that match it never actually went live. That match it never went live. So yeah, that match
We never got
didn't
that
go live.
broadcast. Okay.
Yeah, we never got their broadcast. Yeah, that was a match I was actually also looking forward to, but we never got their broadcast. It never went live. But yeah, every other match we covered. JP Goons, Curry's FC, the two Afro Panda matches. Also, KD Sports and Unsullied didn't go live. The link is there, but it didn't go live. Big Guns and Afro Panda, we called that as well. Afro Panda JP Goons, we called that. I think that was our first match of the day. Yeah, so we got Nameless Chaos. Did we? No, we did not. That match didn't go live.
We didn't get Nameless Chaos. We got effortless and Agbado.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the matches just
basically
we didn't get their broadcast.
Exactly, but yeah. Kudos to everybody in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. I think you guys did an amazing job of getting a lot of the broadcast to the featured broadcast as well. I think it was an excellent day. It was a lovely stream here today. I'm sure those results will definitely be updating to match day 11, which will be epic. It was surely a fun day. It was surely a day we'll all come back. Could we come back to this day, Breeze? Could we come back to this day and see this game decided who eventually the champions will be? As in that game between Effortless and Get Clap. Will we come back to this day and say, hey, is this game that decided the champions?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's still part of those things that we talk about. Like in the English Premier League, for example, when Arsenal went to the Etihad and got a draw. They should have won. They should have won the game. That was the moment they had the title. But they went into play for a draw. And that was it. That decision to play for a draw is what cost them the title. So unfortunately for them, that's how it played out. So yeah, now we've seen Get Clap, come out. We've seen Get Clap come out on top, and Effortless now have taken an L. The leaderboard now is about to get shaken up a little bit, and I'm looking forward to see
Really
how that's going to
shaking up.
look. Yeah, we're going to see how the leaderboard is going to look, by Monday.
Exactly. I can't wait. Because if Tomoka FC also grab all 6 points from match day 11 and match day 12, it's going to be crazy at the top of the table. Remember that Effortless were only leading Get Club by just 2 points. We haven't got confirmation if Get Club won their other game as well. So we can't just write off and then say Get Club are first now. So we'll wait for confirmation with that one. Remember that Stoker SC also grab all 6 points. Effortless will drop to third, even though they beat Agbado by 5-0. That's how crazy the margins are in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. I think it's been a wonderful, wonderful day, and I can't wait for Monday to begin. I think, Priest, can we call it a day now? It's been a wonderful stream.
Mama sent a photo, oya back up your celeb, oya back up your elo, onto USA.